Good morning, good evening. What time of the day is it? Just depends. I hope everyone's had a great week. We're back. It must be Saturday. We're here with all you lovely people, and it's Creator Breakfast. And that being said, Creator Breakfast. There we go. There we go. It's been I don't know how to explain the past week. It's been I published the video that I mentioned last week, but albeit a few days late. So as always, let's jump in to see who's joining us today. And in the old social stream ninja, here we go. Before we went live, of course, we've got live stream consultants coming in. Kevin Hawthorne as well. As always, good morning. There's life on YouTube #1. Doing some double dare dugging, double something. There's #2. As we went live, here we go. Create a classroom in the house. Make sure, yes. Speaking of which, it's going to sit faintly in the back there. It's there somewhere. It is definitely confirmed as playing a creator mix track. We'll be talking about that a little bit later. Jerry's in the house. Good morning. There's a exclamation mark coffee coming in. Ollie Smith in the house. Welcome, welcome. That's a big martini behind you for breakfast. Yeah, it is. It is in the shape of a martini glass, and it never sort of registered before until you mentioned it all these years. Just a cheap light that you can't get anymore from Kmart that I repurposed. iPhone Chris is here. Welcome, Chris. Doug is in his spectacles and won't have red ears and won't get demonetized. Yeah, all hoping that everything goes smoothly. I have the screen. I can glance down any time and see what track is playing. So that's helpful. I'll be able to read it because I got my glasses on. And yeah, it's not super hot today, so I'm not gonna, even if I was wearing my classic headphones, it wouldn't be too bad today, I don't think. And Monique's here as well. I know Chantel's lurking somewhere. She was messaging me like half an hour before the stream. I know she's somewhere. She's lurking. She's watching, waiting for someone to make a mistake, and she's going to drop the hammer. There, there we go. In the stream. All right. I think that's it so far. People are going to be log account. Hey, I think you're modded on Fiberific as well, so hey, whatever you got to do. Yeah, so this week released a video on the old gifts powered by Jules. Aren't they a fun one? I guess they're fun if you like vertical live streaming. If you're not a vertical live streamer, it's probably a lot of information that you're probably never going to implement. So yeah, that's an interesting one. And it was the other thing I have to say is it was probably the longest video I've done in a little while. 26 minutes is a little long. I probably need to cut that back a little bit. But anyway, done is better than me still trying to fine tune it. Finally got it up, late, but up. So yeah. So today we're going to talk about last week's stream got demonetized. I've got this curious button on Ecamm that I've never seen before, and I don't know what it is. What is that? I'm going to hover over it. Oh. What is that? Something odd there. I don't know what it is. When I hover away, it's part of the overlays. It's like the buttons that are overlays onto the screen. I really don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'll figure that out later. That is not something that I need to worry about. Look, I find the option to buy jewels. Yeah, I think you can only buy them whilst you're in a live stream that has that whole thing enabled, because they wouldn't let you buy jewels on a live stream that doesn't, you know, doesn't have access to it. So I think even though you can buy them and spend them in any of those vertical live streams where the creators opted in, yeah, for viewers in the US, I don't. Yeah, I'm told and understood from the documentation I've read that will happen. There should be something on screen where you should be able to go in and buy them. I'm assuming it's going to be down in like the option where all the super chats are, but who knows? Who knows? I don't know. The trick is though finding a vertical live stream who have it enabled or ready to go. I was looking for one just to see if they would get given gifts, and they're hard to find. And the only clue I have is that they've got monetization turned on. And then when you click the options, you only see super chats, but you don't see super stickers, because I know the super stickers get disabled once they enable gifts. But whether anybody's bought a gift or gifted them, you know, bought the jewels and gifted them a gift, I guess you have to be there when it happens. So I haven't seen it happen in the wild yet. Like, I should be able to see it as a viewer happen and see the animation, even though, you know, I can't buy them and I can't receive them. For now, when they roll it out to other countries, it'll be a thing. It'll be a thing. Yeah, exactly. Watch some US-based streams, and for me, it's like, am I getting people like super late in the evening, like US time, or super early when either there's nobody streaming, or if they are streaming, there's nobody watching? It's like, you know, what's the optimal time today to watch US vertical streams? Yeah, and I'm rooting for Jerry to get this option, because they're supposed to be like fully rolled out, and they've told us, like, it's been a couple of weeks now, I think, or early, you know, beginning of December. That was probably a week ago. So at the beginning of December, you know, it was supposed to be ready to go. So I don't know what's going on. When YouTube say it's fully rolled out, and that's probably part of it too. They say stuff's fully rolled out before it is fully rolled out, because I'm even looking at some of the announcements where they're saying this is the launch, it's been launched, and some people have it, some people don't. One of the examples will be in today's news when we cover that, so that should be interesting. Yeah, and they tell us that option should be, if you go in the earn tab, definitely on desktop, but I'm not sure if you can do it on mobile, but you would expect so, because it's a whole mobile first sort of process. You can only buy jewels on mobile, so I'm expecting you can only enable it on mobile, but they say you can enable on desktop. So if you go to the earn, go to where the supers are, there should be an option there. That's where they tell us it should be. It's on earn, a pop-up turns up. So you get a pop-up. Yeah, and then you got to like accept the terms and do all that stuff to walk through that. So yeah, you're kind of like 3-minute shorts is launching October 5th. No, we're just turning on the ability to upload shorts on October 5th. You'll be able to like view them sometime like in November. There we go. Okay, so that's confirmed that you did that on desktop. So it can be enabled. Yeah, that makes sense, because it's just like turning on a feature. And if you want to go through the terms, it's probably easier to go through the terms on desktop. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Some people in Vertical Livestream Bootcamp Discord do have it. So it's rolling out. I don't know about rolled out. Yeah, they claim it's rolled out, but yeah, I agree. Agreed. All right. Oh, no. Yeah, went to earn supers and gifts, and at that spot, they changed the name of that to supers and gifts. There you go. Because I think currently I'm going to look on mine, because I got my channel dashboard open here on desktop. Let me have a look. Yeah, mine just still says supers, but I'm in Australia, so I'm not eligible anyway. Fun. All right. Called virtual items module. Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. So that's good. So what I want to do is maybe talk about the getting demonetized first, and then we'll go into the news. That's probably the way to do it today. So let me have a look here. I need to find my little. Did I? You know what? Did I even set that up? You know, I've lost it. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Yeah, still says supers for me. Yeah. So YouTube is not fully rolled out yet. Jerry should be eligible. He's in the US. He's vertical live streaming. He meets all the criteria. So yeah, Jerry. Hopefully this week. Hopefully this week. I know you're itching for it. You're itching for it. Just to check it out at least, you know. Food Heals. Hey, welcome to the stream. What do you think of Google's antitrust lawsuit? I don't know anything about Google's antitrust lawsuit. Do you think it will affect YouTubers' AdSense? I think if that's the one where they're one of the recommendations is they want Google to divest themselves of Chrome. You know, sell off Chrome to somebody else, which is a bit of an odd thing in my opinion. I don't know if that's going to affect YouTube that much. Definitely not AdSense. Because Chrome's a browser, AdSense is selling ads on websites, but that doesn't require anyone to be using Chrome, because AdSense advertising is showing up at on web pages. So there's people who own the web pages who allow Google to put those ads on and them to get the AdSense. Now, YouTube have a different type of AdSense. Like there's the general AdSense, which is really set up and was originally for web pages, for advertising on web pages. The YouTube AdSense is totally broken out of that now, even though it's still in your AdSense account. It's a totally different section, and it's all to do with the advertising that goes on your YouTube videos, around your YouTube videos, around your shorts, all that sort of stuff. And then also all the other stuff that you get, like your supers and your channel memberships and your gifted, your jewels and gifts and rubies, and I don't know what to call that thing. It's a mouthful. I think in short they just want to call it gifts. Jewels are one of the virtual currencies, and rubies is the other virtual currency. Yeah. So if you want to know more about that, go watch my video if you haven't already. So yeah, so in my opinion, Google antitrust, I don't know the details, but I do know the part about them. One of the things they want them to do is the court to make them divest themselves of Chrome, because of what, browser monopoly, I guess. I don't know. So I don't think it's going to affect AdSense, particularly because YouTube AdSense is separate from web page AdSense, and it's a separate thing from Chrome altogether. You know, Google does a lot of different things, like because Google itself, you know, they've got they've got mobile devices, they've got Android OS, they've got all sorts of different products that they have, lots of different software, and none of that is dependent necessarily on them owning Chrome, even though, you know, they made Chrome. You know, it's their thing. Does Chrome become a separate company? I don't know. And can that company still be owned by Alphabet? That's the question. All right. I've never have done a vertical and had that thing turned on. It means you're gonna have to test it out now. You bad boy, Doug, playing copyrighted material on your stream. I know it's terrible, isn't it? But yeah, we'll see the people who not yet monetize, not yet have the ability to turn on gifts. Let's hope you get that soon. Okay, let's look at, now I'm going to jump to a different screen because I need to, but before I do, I also need to resume what I'm sharing so that it shares. So it should come up. I think this is where I need to go. I need to go to two different screen shares. So I'm going to start with the mobile one. I went back to the start. Good on you. Good on you. Okay, we're talking about... No, I don't need mobile. Well, let's do it on mobile anyway. We're here now. Let me just go back to the main screen for a second so I don't divulge anything I shouldn't. Where's the page? This one? No, cancel. I want to read it. I want to click on that, make it full. There we go. How do I get back my iPhone screen? Here we go. All right. So last week's live stream, which was titled Q&A Chat Palooza, that was a silly name. If you're in the stream, you might remember that at one point I pulled up the audio a little bit and I realized that the music that Spotify was playing was not from Creator Mix, even though I was in a playlist that was exclusively Creator Mix playlist. And I'm going, oh no. So I quickly had to do some things. But after it processed my stream the next day, so on Sunday, my time, it was actually, I had 2 copyright claims for 2 different songs at 2 different points of the video. So you can see here, I've circled in the middle there, the 2 points. There was a track there and a track there. One was called Sunset Samba by Chilled Architect. And one's called Wrapped in Your Arms by somebody else. So that's what the thing detected. And I know that it played songs other than stuff from Creator Mix. So I knew that was an issue. And at first I'm like, okay, it's not going to get any ads on replays. I'll live with that. Then I realized that I could actually go in and take actions on each of the tracks. And one of the options is to just take out the music and leave the voice intact. It's one of their newer sort of trim features for if you have copyright issues. So I was demonetized for probably quite a number of hours because I might have been demonetized and for a while before I actually saw the notification. But then I saw the notification, then I went in and looked at it and okay. And then a little bit, I sort of left it and came back a little while later and hang on, I can actually trim this out. I should try and rectify it instead of just living with it and giving any ad revenue to these people. I didn't mean to use the music and it's Spotify's fault really. So I tagged each one and then told it to cut out and I have to wait some time for that to process and update the video. So once that was done, both claims were released as I trimmed each video out and it processed. It was actually trimmed and released and now it's fully monetizable again. But the funny thing is I still have, let's go to my screen capture. You can see up the top here. Let me just move that out of the way. Sort of here. Do I have my drawing thing on? That'll do. It's still giving me the notification in my dashboard that in fact that I'm still have an issue with that video. It's just hasn't cleared yet. When you go to the video in the content tab and everything, it's totally clear. There's no issues there. But this thing is lingering from last week. So hopefully that'll go away soon. But that happens. So yeah, it's something that I deliberately try and go out of my way to use music that I have permission to use. I used to have an Epidemic Sound license. I now use pretty much Creator Mix exclusively. If I use another track from somewhere else, I make sure I have a license for it. And in this case, the streaming Spotify on my phone let me down. And I think I know why. Because on the Spotify app, there's like a shuffle. There's like a smart shuffle. What that will do is cycle in similar content. Let's go back to the main page. It cycles in similar content to what's in the playlist, so similar sounding things. And that's what it did, I think. And so I've made sure that that's turned off. So I should stick with the tracks that I've picked for my playlist. So all good. And that's my demonetization story. I was demonetized for a little bit, for less than a day. But I was able to trim that out, which is a great thing. Like I could have muted like the whole section where it picked up the song, but then you wouldn't hear me. But he was able to actually go in and take the music out of the background while still retaining what I'm saying. I haven't gone back to check to listen, 'cause I don't know the exact spot in the video unless I can, you know, check my history somewhere, probably in the email, and actually look up what might be happening there in regards to how well did they cut it out, and how my voice that's left behind, how does that sound? So that's something I still need to look into, but that's my monetization story. Actually, that's a good point. You know what? This is what I'm... That's a good point. I need to get rid of that. It's gone. Thank you for the tip. Three dot menu. Dismiss. This is the only option in there. And now it says you have no more notifications. So that's good. Do I have... Yes, I have Spotify Premium. I'm paying for that. So yeah, one of the reasons why I have Spotify Premium, plus it's a family thing, so I'm sharing it with everybody, because you know the younger folk use Spotify. That's like the only way they know how to get music. You know what I mean? Whereas back in the day, we would go and grab a CD or a cassette tape. I remember cassette tapes. I remember CDs, all that. And my antivirus wants to update whilst I'm streaming. Go away. Crazy. So yeah. So demonetize temporarily, fix the problem. Now I'm all in the good books again. The good thing about copyright claims is they don't harm your channel in any way, apart from losing that little bit of ad revenue you might lose. But because I've resolved it, anything I get going forward will be, all those many cents will be coming my way and not their way. All right. I think we're jump to news. I'm just thinking news too. Just gonna pull one side of my in-ears out, because it's just sort of causing a little bit of pressure there. It's a little bit distracting, actually. All right, we should go check out some of the YouTube news this week. I was reminded from the pop-up there that we've got that in place. Okay. Oh, iPhone Chris
just bought Doug a coffee.
And iPhone Chris just bought me three coffees. Thank you, Chris. Big shout out to Chris. He bought me 3 coffees last week as well. So I appreciate you, Chris. Yes, I'm gonna get Chantel to be a lookout for me. What we were discussing earlier in the chat, the status of what might be happening later in today. You know what to do. So if you see anything, let me know, because that will determine some things. But first, let's hit all the fun stuff. We'll start with Creator Insider updates. Let's see. Creator Insider put out their video this week, which is great. And the way they started it this week, it was like they were watching my stream and sort of said something as to, "Hey, we're back this week." Like as I commented on last week's stream that they didn't just do a news flash last week, which I believe is because of the short week because of Thanksgiving. I think that's the reason why they didn't have one done last week. But we're going to jump in and talk about just mention quickly some of these things. I do want to go deeper and see what some thoughts on some of these as well. What do I see here? There's a question here. Let's pull it up. Can you see the live chat on the replay of that video? I wonder if it's still there since you didn't actually trim the video. Hey, that's a good point. I'm going to check that out. Actually, I should be able to technically check that out in the background here. So whilst that's happening, I will go through the Creator Insider updates for the week. They touched on the auto dubbing announcement, which I think we talked about a little bit last week's show, how auto dubbing is rolled out to more creators. So when it says expansion, it's more of a rollout. So we're gonna I've got another page to show on that. There's a whole section on that they did, which is the main portion of the video this week, about improvements to the main app for creators. And this is particularly around like when you go to your own channel page, some of the things and the abilities you can do to make it more useful. It's somewhat copying a lot of some features from the YouTube Studio app. So you don't have to jump over to YouTube Studio app to do some of these things. You can do it in the main app now. They're simplifying the channel page, so if there's any tabs that you don't use, they're not going to appear, which they've done on desktop for a while. Seeing your public-facing subscriber list from your channel page. I couldn't check this out because I have my subscriber list private. I don't have it like public so people can see who's subscribing to me. I know some people will complain the fact that I don't have that because of, let's move that out of the way, because it could be that I want to, people who subscribe can choose whether they want those subscriptions seen or not. But we'll see. I haven't checked I haven't been able to see some of this stuff in the wild yet. They say it's rolling out on devices, which we're going to find a little bit more info about in a second. They're going to show you all the videos on your channel, no matter whether they're public, private, unlisted, as long as they're on there. If they've been deleted, of course, they're not going to show up. So if they're haven't gone live yet and stuff, they're going to show up there so you can, you can do stuff to them on your mobile phone in the main app. And they're even going to start showing you some channel analytics and data stories over on the main app instead of having to go over to the Studio app for some of that stuff. But they're only going to the analytics will be only simple compared to some of the more advanced things that they've got, even though mobile doesn't really have advanced mode. But, the Studio app, you can see quite a lot of stuff. On the main app, you'll be able to see some stuff. So there's a whole range of things happening in the YouTube main app there. And also, they're surfacing, now looking at surfacing videos to potential new members. In other words, they'll show it and say, hey, this is a members video. You're not a member. So when you click on it, it'll say, hey, do you want to come and become a member? Which I think is a good thing because it encourages people to become members. Yes, I know. Thank you, Alexa, for that. All right. Yeah, when I jumped across, I could see something go updated today, and that indicated to me that the said thing was happening. Okay, that's good. That's good. And if I click on this, it'll show me that said thing is happening. Said thing is happening. Lovely. Now, I was jumping over to look at something, and I can't remember what it was. So if anybody can remind me what that was, why I opened up YouTube on a separate tab, I cannot remember why. Ah, that's what it was. Go to see the live chat. Yeah, that makes sense because I made a change to it. It's technically a trim or an edit to the video, which is fine. There's only certain channels where I'll actually have the live chat on when I'm watching a replay. Usually there's channels where I'm actually a mod and I want to see what happened from a mod point of view. Generally, if I'm watching like Linus WAN show on delay or in replay, I don't have the chat open for that. So there's only certain things. So thank you for reminding me because that's a big reminder. And a shout out to Brian Weber who's in the house. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. All right, we're gonna hit the first topic, which is I can hit a button for that. The first one is auto dubbing. This is what they a short explanation from Threads from Matt Navarro, who is a social media reporter. YouTube is rolling out auto dubbing feature to more creators. So that's where if you upload a video in English, it can potentially auto translate your video audio wise into Spanish and a bunch of other. I think there was like about half a dozen different languages that are already available. I think the French and German and a few others, Spanish. I think there were 3 experimental ones like Hindi, a few others. YouTube says it's working on updates to this, so this is the worst it'll ever be, I heard someone say. And that's true, because we're working on this in a way that they're going to make it sound better and work better. There might be some issues at first, but it could be better. They're working on updates to bring expressive speech to help emulate the creator's tone, emotion, and ambience of the surroundings. I've heard some reports of some issues where people reporting back who have like listened to it. They're reporting back to the channel owner that the dub is in like a girl's voice and they're a male presenter and different things like that. So there are some teething issues. But to be able to have your whole video in a whole other language and be able to reach that language group, that's more views for you potentially. So it is good. And if you're an informational, somebody bringing value, then being able to be open to reach more people is not only a benefit to those people in getting their questions answered, but it's also a benefit to you because you get more views. So these are some awesome things here. And let's jump in. And Home Rapid Repair is here. Members first only videos don't show views and stats. I'm guessing it only starts when the video goes public. Yeah, I think so. I usually, when I have mine set, I'm usually like go to bed, and then when I get up in the morning or later that day, it goes public, and so I don't really see it in that interim stage when I've done my members firsts. So yeah, that's a good question, but I believe that's probably the case. Like obviously from the creator side, you can see that people are watching it before it goes public because members have access to it. You can see those. There we go. I find Chris encouraging everyone to buy me a coffee. Awesome. But is that a
Thank you for your membership milestone message.
Membership milestone message. Daniel Patel, been in the Houston Arty for 17 months. That's pretty cool. Hey, look, members milestone. I can't speak. Membership milestone chat. Let's use this to say something really important. Hamburgers are the devil's scouring pads. I had a hamburger for dinner last night. I like hamburgers. And well, hello. Yes, hello indeed. Hello indeed. So going back to auto dubbing really quick. Anybody, let me know. Say yes in the chat if you've already got auto dubbing, because I know it's been rolling out to a bunch more people. So let me know if you got auto dubbing, and let me know what you think so far. If you want to share that, if you've had some insights there. Otherwise, I don't have it, so I can't comment. I've been looking for it. I've been looking to see if I've been included, but I haven't been included. Like I included in some stuff, but I didn't included in that. Ollie Smith has auto dubbing. Awesome. So even the great Daniel Batal doesn't have it yet. I think Nick's probably got it because I know he's had the whole multi-language and has been uploading foreign language tracks to his videos for a bit now. Still gotta stop hanging out with D. Pineapple absolutely belongs on pizza. I'll let you in a little hint. When I buy Supreme, I deliberately tell them to not put pineapple on it. and I don't eat Hawaiian. Yeah, I'm in the other camp, unfortunately. And by the way,
thank you for your membership milestone message.
In Social Stream Ninja, it's not super obvious that that's a membership milestone message. It's not until I bring it up on screen, then I can see it is. So yeah, I didn't realize until I brought it up. Can I have pizza together? Yeah, I did. I know I didn't go to the pizza place at Vid Summit with you. I went with Chris, and also went with Larry. Yeah, it was Chris and Larry. Different times went to the pizza place. If the pizza is free, I'll be picking off the pineapple. Yeah, that's fair. If it's like pizza provided as a range, and all that's left is a piece that has pineapple, I'll take the piece. I'll remove the pineapple. I'll eat the rest. I don't know why we're talking about food. We're getting derailed about food, and it's not even Jerry. Jerry's not even the one doing the derailing here. Oh, it's a super sticker. Cancel it. I just broke it.
For the super sticker.
I broke something that I can't hear it play, but I think it was playing. What's happened to my in-ears? Alright. Let's stick that one in and see how I go. Yeah, maybe I just lost it in the left. Okay, there's still comments here. So oh yeah, Larry dropped $5 super sticker with the I love the animations, how they play in Social Stream Ninja. Thank you. No one else can get that happening. Or, you know, it's crazy. Okay, where am I up to? Derailed and D isn't even here. Correct. Ollie says, I have one video auto dubbed so far, and when I check content suggesting this video, 3 of the top 5 are in different languages. Interesting. Interesting. That's good. It's working. I think it's working. Some are allergic to pineapples, so picking off wouldn't work. Yes, if it's an allergy issue, then that's a different story, isn't it? Yes, as I was saying, absolutely. SMA Sky is here as well. Welcome, welcome. All right. Okay, we need to move on. Okay, so this is related to the whole YouTube main app. If you go to the channel page, you've got more functionality now. YouTube adds more insights and management options to channel pages. This is, I'm sure if I'm understanding it right, this is when you are looking at your own channel page in particular. New creators will now start with a simple channel experience with no tabs displayed. This is sort of mirroring what was happening on desktop. They changed this on desktop earlier this year. YouTube also adds the ability for creators to see their public-facing subscriber list from their channel page, which we mentioned. Haven't seen what that looks like in person yet. It'll also soon display all of your videos within your channel listing, including public, private, unlisted, so you can look at all your videos no matter what state they're in. And also adding data stories and top-level analytics, like the top-level stuff that you would see like on your dashboard and stuff. On the channel page as well, and I think that's actually why I and over on X, YouTube creators shared the YouTube app has just got a whole lot smoother, so they're suggesting that this is rolling out or has rolled out. Create manage content on your channel page. Check analytics and weekly recaps all in one spot. We're going to look at my channel page on the YouTube app, potentially, if I can jump on over to the... We were on this before, so how do I get out of here? There we go. Go to the YouTube app real quick. Okay, let's see if I can dive in. View channel. So this is on mobile. This is my channel. I'm logged in as me. So what I'll do is just move that out of the way. So you can manage your videos here, but there's a little pencil icon here. And that's your channel settings. Who told me that? I saw something that told me to press that. Okay. You can get in, there's analytics in here. The little analytics button now. I'm not sure how long that's been there, or if that's been there before, but we can also manage videos. It'll show me. I don't know how you would see your public-facing subscribers, because I know that's one of the things that talked about. There's my links. That's all the usual stuff. If I go into manage videos, it's just going to show me everything. That's my live stream. That's everything mixed together. But then I've got tools. This has been here for a while, so I don't think I've got the full update yet. So it looks like I don't have the full update yet, because I've seen all this stuff before. This doesn't look any different to me. Let's see if there's anything in the 3-dot menu. No, just to share and stuff. Okay, so I haven't got it yet, so we can't go much further with that particular exercise. All right. Another thing, which wasn't on Creator Insider, YouTube app is rolling out a translucent bottom bar on Android and iOS. So that, in other words, as the content scrolls behind it, it'll be translucent, so you'll see a bit of color through there. So it's not like a solid white or dark mode at the bottom. It'll be where all the buttons are. It'll just sort of roll behind the buttons, and you'll see some of that color bleed through. Bleed. I can't say bleed. Bleed through. So that's a super quick one. This one's sort of not YouTube directly, but if you're like me and you get a lot of your videos ranking in Google search, they're changing the look to look a lot more like this, where they've removed your YouTube channel name and the upload date. So all they just see is the beginning of the description and obviously the video title. It used to have right below the description used to say the channel name and the date it's published. So it looks like they're taking that away, or they're testing it at the very least. It says they're testing it. That's something to keep in mind. There's another version of that. That's what it looks like now. That's the chat with the channel name and how long ago it was published. So they've just sort of removed that one line in an experiment. So sometimes you might see it, sometimes you might not. If it's an experiment, if they're actually rolling that out, then you'll end up not seeing anything. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a beneficial for someone who doesn't even know you, whether they really need to know your channel name. If they click on your video, they're going to find out. Is it part of the decision-making process to whether you want the information? I think it does. Does it look like it's going to answer my question that I'm seeking an answer for? That's what motivates me to click on those videos. Next one. Inspiration tab. I want to talk a little bit about the inspiration tab, the new inspiration tab on desktop. I think I mentioned it I did tweet out a tweet this week on X. We've supercharged the inspiration tab in Studio with brand new features that will help you brainstorm content ideas, generate video outlines, and even give you some ideas for titles and thumbnails. And this is where I found it. Not everybody has this. When I tweeted this out, some people didn't have it there yet. So it's something that's it's one of those other things that's just still in the process of rolling out. As you know, these things take time. So this isn't like this isn't inspiration in analytics. No, this is inspiration in the content tab, and it's front and center before you get to videos, shorts, live, posts, playlists, podcasts, and promotions. So the fact that they put it there and not down the end near promotions sort of tells me that this is something they really want to push. And what does it look like? Well, I took a screenshot of that as well. You'll get like a page. This is like the blank page. So it says explore and brainstorm video ideas. There's a prompt box over on the right hand side where it says let's brainstorm, where I can do like a chat GPT like this is my idea and this is what I'm looking to create a video about, or want to talk about this topic, and then you can create, and that's where it starts to give you video ideas. And here it's already pre-populated some video ideas without even prompting, just based on my previous content. And it's saying that maybe I should do a video about live stream moderation tips and tricks. And that's a fair point. That's a fair point. And within this, like, I'll have to do a deep dive on it. I have to use it. It gives me a little bit of Creative Fuel vibes in a sense. I was using Creative Fuel this week for some elements on my last video. This is all in that broad ideation thing, and we're getting so many tools now for ideation. It's like you have a fairly good choice to probably sit down and try some of these, particularly this one that's free, and to see how that works for you. See if you could, if it makes sense for what you're doing. Like, does it make sense to use? Like, is it user friendly, and all that. But I would recommend checking out Creative Fuel as well. And there's a bunch of others that do ideation, like one of 10 and so forth. So there's a whole bunch of things to look at there, and I need to check this out. I can't give any recommendations yet. I've just this is the first look. Like, here's a screenshot of the main page. I haven't started to test it out yet. But that's the inspiration. Oh, I don't think that's it. I think we hit it. There was that last topic in Creator Insider, which I don't have any further information on. So we go back to that real quick. That bottom one, surfacing membership videos to potential new members. We briefly discussed it back then. So I don't have anything else to share on that. I don't have any information or documentation or something where somebody's talking about it just yet. So, that's something that we probably come back and revisit at some point. All right, let's hit the chat. Let's tell people where we are again. All right, where are we up to? Yeah, I think I lost the sound in my left ear as it was playing. I did faintly hear the or something just freezed up when it popped up on my screen, because I had when a super chat or super sticker comes in, Ecamm triggers the music app in Mac OS to play a very particular sound, which you heard. And at the same time, I was trying to play the super chat super sticker button on my Rodecaster, and so I might have broken something. Oh yeah, you don't want to learn that you're allergic to something when you're away from home. That's a bit of a handful. Chantel does not have auto dubbing on either of channels yet. Can you imagine Chantel doing a live stream in Mandarin? I'm not sure if auto dubbing does not work on live streams in real time yet, but I'm sure that's something that you can do. I know you can do auto captions in real time now on live streams. If you're using OBS, there's an OBS plugin for that. I'm not sure if that's compatible with YouTube, but I know it's compatible with Twitch. So that's something to know. Stankai, I don't know. What? Not about the channel name, but about date. Okay. Because if it's really old, it won't be updated, and I may not know until I click it. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, with the Google search and experimenting without showing you the published date. So yeah, because I think that's probably more useful for people, because if it's really old, if it's 5 years old, you might not. Yeah, well, the information I'm looking for needs to be recent, because they've had recent changes, which is why I'm looking. So the old information isn't going to be any good to me. So yeah, I can see why having the date might be more useful than the channel name is very neutral, but knowing how old the video is, like how old is this information? I need up-to-date information, not old information. That's fair. I miss where to find dubbing, but I don't have many videos yet. Okay, if you go into like your video, the best place to look is go into like your settings, like go into your your dashboard, and then go to your settings and go into your upload defaults. On the tab that's marked advanced, if you scroll down, there should be an auto dubbing option, so you can like opt in you make that your default for when you're doing your uploads. So you either opt in or not opted in. It'll be on by default, apparently. So if you don't want to use it for the time being, for whatever reason, you want to go in there and make sure you turn it off so that any of your uploads don't get that applied to them. Like your past won't get applied anyway. It's for uploads going forward once you have that feature, I believe. We have a question. I want to start streaming live in 2025 with Ecamm and my Mac Mini. Can I use my iPhone with this to do it? Sure. Yeah, iPhone will work if you've got a iPhone from about the probably iPhone 12 onwards, maybe even back to 11. You can use your phone, and you're running like a Mac Mini that's running like any of the more recent operating systems, and it's a like Apple Silicon, M1 or upwards, Mac Mini. Then yeah, you can potentially wirelessly use your phone as a webcam using what's a feature called continuity camera on Mac. And if you've got an iPhone that's compatible with the right OS, and any of the more recent, I think it came out in it was out in the previous couple of versions of Mac, so the last few years. Or if you've got an iPhone in that sort of same range or a little bit older, with running the latest operating system, probably back to iPhone, iOS 17 for sure, iOS 18 definitely, as well. Yeah, you Mac Mini bought this year? Absolutely. iPhone 14 Pro, yeah, no problem. Yeah, continuity camera. So what that'll do is use your really good cameras. You can mount that. So you can, well, it'll be facing you. So say you're out there. So, you can angle that up and then bring that in as a camera. You can also just plug, like Ecamm could take camera shots from your iPhone already. Then they can even grab your screen directly if you want to like stream your screen. But you can cast your camera to Ecamm using continuity camera, become one of the camera options in Ecamm. So yeah, like and being on any of the silicon-based Mac Minis with an iPhone, that'll just work. That'll just work. I think it's new uploads only for auto dubbing. They're not going to go back and auto dub like your whole back catalog, because that's a lot of compute power to go back and do all the old videos. I would imagine when multi-track audio comes out, you could probably manually add extra ones, but you're going to have to organize to get them dubbed yourself, not have the auto dubbing do it. Can you put member channels up on your live stream, please? Ah, yes. Yes, I know what you mean. I didn't do it last week. I think I know what you mean. As in when I play this. And this is an up-to-date list. So I haven't updated this, so this is actually a few weeks old. So let me... And there is people including iPhone Chris. iPhone Chris is one of our channel members. Houston Max members, Amazing Octus Destinations, Only Smith, and Home Rapid Repair. That is still correct. There is a few extra people in Houston at the moment from gifteds, recent gifteds in the last couple of weeks. But I haven't got back to updating that from a few weeks ago. I came in hot today. I just got my basic setup ready to go, updated some of the news items, and straight into it today. Okay. If the video is from 2020, yet the channel updated the title to be like the best of 2024, yet it's from 2020. Yeah, that's a good point. Hopefully not too many people do that, but yeah, if you can clearly see the video was uploaded a certain year and say, this is vital information for 2025. It's like, well, you made this 4 years ago, so how really relevant is it, really? Also, a lot of the time the channel name is clearly AI, and I made a decision based on the channel name alone. Well, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Oh, we did those. We talked about those. Yeah. With Ecamm, it's real versatile. It'll pick it up if you've plugged it in by cable. It'll pick it. You can be able to do it wirelessly with continuity camera. Yeah, you can. it's the fact that it's Mac, iPhone, it's all in the ecosystem. It's like makes it really easy. You just have to figure it out the first time, just because it's like, okay, so how do I make sure? What do I need to have toggled on in the settings for continuity camera to work? Because it doesn't automatically just jump in and work automatically. Just because I'm sitting here right now, I'd have to do a couple of things to get it to happen. But yeah, research it's very doable. Very doable. Good morning. Lauricia, how are you? Good to see you. Well, I'm up to date on the chat. So yeah, you've got any questions for me? Put in the chat with a Q in front. We've got a little bit more time left, and we're probably close to actually dropping what we call. I didn't time that right today.
It's the last call.
I was supposed to play the music and let it drop down towards the end of the whole intro thing. Did you catch the video of Rene Ritchie and was that one of the podcast one? The last call, there it is. And they're with like whoever's the head of shorts is. It was Renee and Jenny and the other dude. Oh, it was the other Todd Sherman. I think it was Todd Sherman. I remember recently watching something with Renee and Todd Sherman. That must have been that one with Jenny Hoyers. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, shorts Todd, not algorithm Todd. Yeah. I didn't catch that part. Like I had it on. I think I was watching it like when I was getting ready for work or something. So I was like picking stuff up and not hearing everything that was said. The shorts thumbnails do practically nothing. Yeah, because they base everything on the fact that the shorts are showing on the short shelf, which by and large, I think most of the views probably do come from the short shelf. But don't forget, they could appear in the tray, and you got to select the video to click on to get started if you're looking at like a shelf of shorts. So they're relevant for the shelf of shorts, in my opinion. That noise tells me only one thing.
Thank you for the super chat.
9.99 super chat from Larry. Home over to repair off the rails. Off the rails, indeed. Let's jump back. This is what I'm talking about. Thank you, Larry. Did you catch? Yeah. So by and large, like if you're narrowing it down to exclusively in the feed, it does nothing. Absolutely, 100%. Even if they do practically nothing, makes the shorts feed look better in terms of looking at the shorts tab. Yeah, when you're looking at the shelf in subscriptions or on the homepage on desktop in particular, you've got like a shelf, and on mobile as well. You've got a shelf of shorts. So if you happen to be one of the ones that appear there, you want it to be, hey, you still want to win that click. But yeah, percentage-wise, it's not something like I'd never look at CTR for a short, for example. So that could be what they're getting at as well. Where do you get the BTF knows so there's no copyright issue? Just lucky, I suppose. Where did I get that from? I know I got it somewhere. I think if you're using it sparingly, I'm not like using, I'm not replaying the whole movie. So I think I'm just in that, I'm in that soft and squishy legal zone. I would say what you pick is not relevant. I noticed depending where my shorts get shown, it picks its own anywhere. Like search. Yeah, I was reading a comment somewhere today, and I don't know whether they realized that their videos were shorts because they were making. Okay, I'll give you the context. There was a comment, and they said that their videos, they were picking a 16:9 thumbnail, but it wasn't showing it. But then I went and looked at their channel, and they haven't had any videos for like 2 months. And I thought, this is interesting. Then I realized that every single one of the videos is dead on square because it's AI generated and it generates in a square format. So I knew that everything that I uploaded since October 15 is technically a short. And they're wondering why their thumbnails aren't showing. And that's because they uploaded 16:9, because they uploaded like a regular video, added the regular thumbnail to it at the time. It was allowing you to do that. I don't know if it still does at this point. But that being said, they weren't selecting a frame or adding text or anything like that you can do now with a short. They were assuming that it was still a long form video, even though it was sub 3 minutes, because most of them were sub 3 minutes, but it happened to be a square video. So therefore it is technically a short. And I had to point out to them, hey, this is a short. Because it's square, it's been detected as a short. It's under 3 minutes. It's square. It's now been treated as a short. You have to go and select a frame for a thumbnail and maybe add text and a filter to it if you want to. But that's your only choice for a thumbnail at this point. They're not showing up on desktop with thumbnails. And from what I looked, even the older ones that she uploaded, I didn't see 16:9 thumbnails on them. They just look like a screen grab anyway. Like the ones that YouTube pick if you don't upload your own custom thumbnail. So whether it was a square, a short, or a long form, I don't think they were putting up that. I don't think they were doing their thumbnails correctly. So I really don't know.
Thank you for the super chat.
Andrew Cam with a super chat, $4.99 super chat. I was finally able to watch live. Yes, that's Andrew's up nice and early today. Nice and early, West Coast. Oh, all right. Where am I up to in the chat? Only on the channel page. Okay, that's it related to. Okay, so even though you might pick a frame and add some text to it, it might just pick another random frame on some surfaces, is what you're saying. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll just have to remember where I got it from. I think I Googled it because I was just looking for that. I was just going to use it like one-off in a video, but now that I got it, I'm like, it's a nice little like alert, a nice little alert chime. You know what I mean? Little Crafty Duck in the house as well. Welcome. And welcome, by the way, to Andrew Can, if I didn't say that already. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, last call, last chance to drop a question or make a comment on the stream, because there's a certain show coming up in 26 minutes from now. $9 a.m. Eastern. There's a guy called Nick Nemon. Have you heard of him? So he'll be going live, telling you all about YouTube, answering your YouTube questions. If you've got a question, make sure you're in the chat and dropping it in the question form. Nick and Dee will answer it for you. So yeah. And Creative Classroom says, are we going to congratulate Bomb Nick in the chat? I guess we're going to. Like, he's being congratulation bombed in his comments from his post the other day. So that's something that I would Well, hopefully we'll get the lowdown on the festivities, I'm sure, in today's show. I'm sure if Nick doesn't volunteer it, then D might. Yeah. So who's Nick Nimon? That's not Nimon. It's Nimin. Brian has a question. Actually, we need to go back. Let's go back to the main screen. Would you purchase the broadcaster again, or something different if buying again? Oh, you mean the Rodecaster, my Rodecaster Pro 2? I think that's what you're going with. Yeah, I see you correct yourself, Rodecaster. Yeah. I'd probably consider, because when I bought mine, the Duo wasn't out, which is the smaller version with 4 faders. That could potentially be enough for me. I don't have like a full, you know, I'm not using all the inputs, but I guess I'm future proofed. So I could possibly consider the Duo instead. The Duo's just as good. And you have extra virtual faders anyway. So even having 4 faders and 2 XLR inputs is still pretty good. Like that would probably do me for what I'm doing here. Thank you for the reminder. So yeah, I'll probably go the Duo. I probably wouldn't go away from Rode at this point. I don't think there's anything better than Rode's. I know there's a lot more competitors now. I think the Mackies would probably be some of the Mackie equivalent desks are good. Now Rode own Mackie as well. Not that's any consideration because they're all designed and made before the acquisition. But Mackie's a known good brand for audio gear anyway. I don't know if I'd go Roland. I know Roland makes some stuff as well, but I'm not really familiar with them. And then you got your dedicated streamer stuff like your Go XLRs and stuff, and some of the stuff that Elgato make, really small interface boxes and things, and some of it's software controlled, and some of them have faders and buttons on them and different things. So that's a consideration. Well, if you were like going ghetto and you were like on the go, then you might look at like the Streamer X from Rode. That's where so you can do your video and your audio on the one device, and bring your camera in, one camera, one microphone. You've got a couple other audio inputs. Use your wireless mics and stuff. So that would maybe, if you're doing like an on the go situation, I might go the Streamer X. But probably the Duo. But I'm happy with what I got still because it is future proofing me for if I need more inputs. Well, yeah, you always got to be drinking water on these streams, I tell you. You look quite debonair. As did Popcorn. Indeed. A lot of Popcorn getting a lot of comments there. Popcorn getting a lot of comments. I find Chris has a Duo. I think the Duo is great. I think if they came out at the same time, I probably would have picked up the Duo. When I bought my Rodecaster Pro 2, it was on sale. I got it for about 50-ish more than a Duo. That's right. It was on discount or something at the time on like Amazon or wherever it was. I remember that. Tanya Batal has a nice looking Roland. Yeah, Roland's like a very established brand. I'm just not up to speed on their current offerings in regards to audio desks and stuff. But I know Roland even have like video switching desks and stuff as well. Oh, little crafty nook. My son is the lead IT for Roland. Nice. Go Roland. They're a solid brand. They're up there with the rest. So let me know, because remember it's already in last call. I removed that to show a screen, but that's okay. So it's the last chance for comments and concerns. I think sometime in the next few weeks, we're probably going to be dropping. I haven't talked to Chantel about this yet, but we're probably going to drop a thing. Why can't I membership? I don't know. Other people can membership. Oh, why can't you gift memberships? Okay, gifted memberships. I was looking at this earlier today. Just refreshing myself on this. You cannot gift memberships or receive gifted memberships if you are on a brand account, a brand channel. Why? I have no idea. But that's the case, and it's been that case for a while. And is what is the game stopper for many channels who are set up as brand channels, like mine, to actually gift memberships, the free gifted memberships that YouTube gives you every month to give to potential members for free. You can't do that if you're a brand channel either. And they launched that a year ago for last Christmas, and it still hasn't been. They still haven't done it. Your chat pop-up sounds like me, but your disconnected sound. It's a little indicator that there's a message popping up. Oh, and Larry's dropped 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you for gifting the memberships.
And then Chantel gifted another 1 gifted membership. All right.
Thank you for gifting the memberships.
All right. We're going to shout out who's received these memberships. Okay, we're going to start with the ones that have been dropped by Larry, Home Rapid Repair. Jerry picked one up. Brian's picked one up, guys. There we go. Karen Cole, Legal Minded Friends. Our good friend who's here often as well, Paul Dixon. And Scaly Models. And live streaming consultant Chris, who's in the chat, has picked up the one from Chantel. So there you go. They can? Hang on. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong chat to highlight. I'm clicking on like the YouTube chat. I'm wondering why it's not coming up. Brand can gift. I just did it. Okay, I'm incorrect. You cannot receive gifted memberships on a brand channel because you can't, for whatever reason, they don't let you have the option to opt in for gifted memberships to receive. Yeah. It's a bit weird. I really, yeah. They keep changing. It's really weird. Doesn't make sense, and so it's hard to remember to share the right information when it comes to gifted memberships. And then they changed it from having to opt in per channel to having a global opt-in. So once you globally opt in, you can, any channel you interact with that has people drop gifted memberships on, you can potentially receive a gifted membership on that channel now if you interact with that channel. I also recognize I recognize all the names that receive gifts. Lovely. Are you a channel member? Yeah. If I do membership, show off their channel off and more on the live. Yeah, that's something we consider. But I think what we're gonna do. One thing I'm gonna do is a membership stream soon for members, and the other thing is what I was about to talk about. And I think I interrupted myself. Was probably at some point soon. I'm going to do a dual stream with Chantel. Haven't done one for a while. I'd like to do one. And, you know, if we have a bit of time, we might look at channels. The gifted membership rules are so murky. Absolutely. Shark Scrapper's here. Hello, hello. Oh, we need to wrap things up because we're coming in. I'm not a brand channel, just not showing for me. It's being difficult. YouTube, what are you doing? Yes. And Scully Pop's here as well. Coming in. Everyone's getting ready for Neiman Live, so they're coming online. Seeing that I'm still live, which I probably shouldn't be anymore, but we're going to wrap things up in just a sec. We know it's the last call. We just had this gifted membership thing happen, and wondering why Andrew can't do the thing, and I'm looking at the chat move. And I was able to give you maybe I'm no, because that doesn't make sense. We just had channel memberships gifted. I was going to say maybe I'm not allowed to have channel memberships right now. I didn't get any notifications. That's weird. It's a bug. We're going to call it a bug at this point. That's the only thing we could call it. Going to call it a bug. We're going to call it a bug. All right. One last thing before we go is I want to shout out the other More to Come stream. I'm sure Chantel will be going live 6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. She always does. She's more regular than I am. And I'll be here this time next week as well. So don't forget that. Don't forget, lock it in. You know, most of the regulars know the procedure. So we'll hopefully see you all next week. And Don't forget, nickname is coming up, so stick in the chat. You'll roll on over or get the button to press to get on over there. But in the meantime, this is Doug, and I'll catch you later. you